Hi, my name's Em and I've got a special guest buddy. So this is going to be what I do after I've done a run. So I've come back from a 10k run and this is what I do. Everything's on the ground because I don't really want to be standing because, yeah, right. Oh God. Go away, bub. Right, get into tabletop. Shoulders underneath your hands and your knees in line with your hips. Right, do a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, tummy down, head up. Exhale, roll under your tailbone, look down, look towards the belly button. Inhale up. Exhale down. This is warming up your spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right, go to the tabletop. Right, we'll do a little bit of a calf stretch. Right leg, flex it, making sure it isn't bent. Flex it, flex out the quad, and leaning back until you feel a nice calf stretch. Look at you, Dad, hey? Let's do the other side. If you feel like really good doing one, you can pause at the video and you can keep doing it for as long as you need. And relax. Right, get on your knees, making sure they're hip width. And roll over your big toes, making sure they're all rolled over. And if you're feeling something here, you can stay here or lean back. This is really good if you've got plantar fasciitis. It gets into all your ligaments and it's really good. Like, relax. You can hold this for about 10 breaths. And I'm going to get down, wiggle up your feet, and sit back on your heels. This one's a really good one if you get shin splints. So hands go by your side, and leaning back. It gets into your calves and your shins. And leaning back. Right, now I'm going to do a little bit of hip openers. I love hip openers. If you come to class, you know. Right leg up and just put it there. And making sure you've got your hands how they are in downward facing dog. If you haven't got them in downward facing dog and you've never done it before, making sure they aren't like that, have them spread. Making sure your hips are forward. Inhale, exhale, hips forward. Making sure you aren't like that. So you've got a nice straight spine. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can. You can get a block or put your hands onto the ground. And really releasing up, really relaxing up your head, shoulders, lower back, and especially your hips. This is called dragon flying low. If you want to go a little bit deeper, hands go up. And put your right hand on the knee. Inhale, exhale. Start pushing it forward and making sure you're on the outside edge of the right foot. Ooh, I like this one. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, hands go here, onto the floor. And again, really relaxing up your hips, making sure there's no tension in it. And release. Right, now we're going to do the Marmite pose. So it's called pigeon. I personally love it, but like loads of people don't, especially runners. So getting the right leg and flex up the toes. It doesn't matter where it is, and just put it there. Make sure it's a little bit outside the left knee, making sure it isn't like that. Right, and if you're feeling something here, this is your pose. Every single pose you do in yoga, if you're feeling something, you're doing it. Flex the toes because you need to protect your knee and start creeping the left leg back. Whew. I hate doing this actually when I've done a run anyway, but it's really good. It really loosens up your hips because you have like loads of tension in your hips and that can lead to back problems, hamstring problems. Hello. Right, so the final pose is your shin should be parallel to the front of your mat. Mine isn't because like I've just been on a run. Right, hips forward, making sure you don't go to the right. That isn't pigeon. Hips forward. Yeah. Try to get the hips on the ground if you need. And you can stay here or start creeping down. You can go as far as you can down if you need, or onto the ground. Sorry if you can see like some of my sweat marks. I would personally hold this about 10-20 breaths after I've done a run. So start coming up. Where is he? Right, lean to the right. Left leg goes round. All right, we're going to do a shoelace. This one gets into your ITB band, and it's the ligament that runs from your bum all the way down to the shin. It goes past the knee. It's also called runner's knee. Really, buddy? Right, so make a number 7 with your right foot and your left leg. It doesn't matter where it is. If you feel something here, that's your pose. I prefer stacking up your knees. Bud, could you get out of the way? Sorry. Right, stacking up your knees and making sure you've got both bum cheeks on the floor. If you're like that, you aren't in it. Both bum cheeks on the floor. If you're feeling something here, this is your pose. You can lean forward. I prefer getting my hands on my feet and leaning down. Make sure your bum doesn't go off the floor though. And hands can go here. Oh, it's a really nice stretch now. And that is getting into the left ITB band. So we're doing a little bit of a vinyasa class. We're gonna do everything on the right, and then we'll do everything on the left. All right, start coming up. Okay, do some windscreen wipers. Right, we're gonna go into downward facing dog. Right, planting up your hands, making sure the middle fingers are pointing towards me. Roll over your big toes and into downward facing dog. Making sure both arms are straight, really relaxing up your head, nice straight spine, core engaged, and push your hips back. Really push them back, legs engaged. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the floor. Making sure they're about 15 or 20 inches apart. This one's really good for the lower back. I prefer just go side to side. And wiggling up your toes, bending one and the other. Right, let's go into tabletop. Let's do all that again. Right, left knee up and just put it there on the outside edge of it. Making sure it isn't like that, kind of open up your hip a bit. Inhale, exhale, hips forward. And again, hands on the ground. Really relax. Relax up your head, hips, lower back. Okay, let's do that's dragon fire leg. Let's do the winged dragon. Left hand on it. Push it until you're on the outside edge of the feet. If you want to go a little bit deeper, start going down to the ground. Okay, let's do a pigeon. Start coming up. Okay, left toes anywhere there. Flex it. And start creeping the right leg back. Whew. Right, hips on the floor if you can, don't worry if they can't. If you're feeling something here, this is your pose. Or hands creeping back. And again, if you really feel like you really like one of the stretches, just pause up the video and you can do that to your heart's content. So let's come up. Okay, let's do the shoelace onto your left side and roll over your right leg. Both toes on the ground, making sure the left leg is at number 7. And if you're feeling something here, that is your pose. Otherwise, stack up the knees. Both bum cheeks on the ground, hands here, and relax down. let's start coming up. Okay, releasing up your legs. Windscreen wipers. Right, I'm going to do a really nice quad stretch, but everybody absolutely hates it in the class, but I personally love it. Right, so left leg's flexed, bending up your right leg, and just put it here. Making sure you aren't leaning on it, and making sure you haven't got hurdle feet, so your toes aren't like that. Roll all the toes under. I used to personally hate this pose when I first did it. It really hurt my feet because you're getting into all the ligaments in your feet, and it's also a right quad stretch. Right, sit tall. If you're feeling something here, this is your pose. Right, hands go back down. This is all I could do when I first did it. But now I can get all the way to the ground. If you get on your elbows, that's fine. Always keeping the right knee on the ground, making sure it's not like that. If you want it all the way on your back. And if you're on your back, hands up in the air, grab your elbows, put it here. And you will feel it into the right quad and into your feet. If it's like if your feet are really tight. And let's start coming up. And go towards the left side, wiggle up your feet. Do that again on the left side. Making sure you don't sit on the feet. Flexing up the toes and start going down. Always keeping the left knee on the ground. And let's start coming up. And do some windscreen wipers. Right, we're going to finish with a hamstring stretch. Wiggle up your feet. Right, toes flexed. If you've got really tight hamstrings or you have like lower back problems, bending up your knees, otherwise flex it. So we'll sit tall in staff pose, so hands underneath your shoulders. Sit tall, don't lean back, shoulders back. And inhale up. Exhale, start folding down. Don't round up your spine. Your hands can go on your feet or on your shins. And really relax down, making sure you aren't like that, really relaxing up your shoulders, your head, your neck, bending up your knees if you need. I prefer just like, if I do that, I kind of round up my spine, always looking forward. And really try to get your belly button a little bit closer to your legs with each exhale. Oh, they feel really tight today. And release. Do some windscreen wipers. And that is literally all I do after every run. But obviously I hold it for a lot longer. Right, hopefully you like it. Let me know. I'll give you some more stretches to do. See you later.